everybody, I'm Mel.
And I'm Matt.
And welcome back to Stranger Things.
So today we're going to be talking about Free Will by Sam Harris. Quite an interesting book. So basically the sort of the premise behind this book is that free will does not exist, and that all the decisions you make are kind of, I guess, coming out of your unconscious mind, and they're all kind of coloured by all your previous experiences. So yeah,
it's really interesting book. It's super short. It's only like 66 pages, something like that. But it makes you question constantly. Whenever you're reading it, he asks questions, obviously to provoke thought, but you do it anyway, I think, on every page, no matter what. It definitely is ridiculously thought-provoking. Did you get that vibe?
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed reading it. I thought it was quite, obviously it was thought-provoking, like I said, but it doesn't mean that I accept his point of view or that I liked it.
Okay, I feel like we're going to have differing opinions on
Yeah.
this one. Interesting.
I think we are. So,
okay.
I just thought it was interesting. Maybe I didn't quite grasp the argument very well.
Okay, in what way?
I just think it was a bit kind of, obviously I don't have any knowledge of the physiology of the brain or anything to do with neuroscience.
I think Sam Harris is like a neuro.
Yeah. So
scientist.
Maybe maybe that's not really important to know anything about that, but I think it might help because he's trying to tell me these things that I just have to accept because I don't have any background knowledge.
I guess in such a short work though, it's hard to then, you obviously didn't want to write something that was huge, it's hard to then kind of put loads of background information and sources in, but he did do some, like one thing I found really interesting was the experiment part where he was talking about the experiment where it really reminded me of, have you seen Westworld?
No.
The new, we can maybe do that after Stranger Things, the new Westworld series, not the original film, it kind of has a scene where you can see, I'm not spoiling anything and you're not going to be spoiled, you can kind of see this thing on the handheld where as the androids are talking, the writing is coming up on the thing, so it's kind of like, right, well, we know what they're going to say before they say it. And that reminded me of that part where basically it was an actual scientific experiment and they had the brain scanners on. I'm also not into neuroscience that much, but they were able to see the decision happening before it happened. So I guess that is some kind of, as you're saying, like you needed some kind of proof to this kind of thing. Would you not see that as?
Well, yeah, I guess, I guess that's that particular instance. He's basically backing up the fact that the decision arises in your unconscious. So you've already made the decision before it gets to your conscious mind and becomes a thought in your head.
Yeah, because that's the argument he's making is, like, why is it that certain things arise? So it does really make you question your free will because it makes you wonder where those thoughts come from, and he kind of puts it down to more of a physiological and sort of previous experience response almost. So, for instance, whenever he was talking about waking up and drinking coffee, why was it that it was coffee? Well, obviously there could be multiple factors like habit, addiction, all that kind of thing. But, when there's so many other choices, why is it that only that is the thing that kind of comes to the surface?
Yeah, that was interesting.
But yeah, did you pick out any like little quotes or anything like that you find interesting?
Yeah, I think I picked out this bit here on page 62, so it's quite near the end, where he says that laziness, like diligence, is a neurological condition.
Okay, why did you pick that out?
Because I don't really know, what kind of degree he's using the word condition, does he mean it like a condition as in just like a state that arises temporarily, or does he mean like
An actual
an
condition.
actual condition?
No, I would have thought a state that arises temporarily.
Well, that's, yeah. I just thought that was interesting, you know, because at first I thought, maybe he's trying to say that laziness is a like a condition,
Yeah.
like a medical condition.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's more like a
Yeah.
temporary condition.
Well, I just thought that was, you know, interesting.
It is interesting, but there's quite a few. The two that I picked out, I don't know if I picked them out for any other reason apart from whenever I read them like as in Carl Sagan would say them in Carl Sagan's voice, my love. So one of them was on page 19. I didn't write the second one down for some reason. My mental life is simply given to me by the cosmos. Carl Sagan, right? Ish.
Yeah.
Specifically more the second one, which is, this is like saying we were made of stardust, which we are, but we don't feel like stardust.
I do.
You feel like stardust?
Yeah.
Feeling, but that's like an interesting thing, because I always find that really fascinating about how we're like an extension of the world trying to view itself.
Yeah.
It freaks me out.
It's quite a weird one to think about, you know. It's like the universe has become conscious through
Us.
humans.
We're the universe trying to understand itself. But yeah, no, I don't think I actually had much else. I mean, it was so short. I did have a book recommendation. If you like this kind of topic and you've read it, which you will do in like an hour and a half, if even, it's so short, and you like this kind of discussion and thought, then I would like to suggest this one, which is the Lucifer Effect. Lucifer Effect by Philip Zimbardo. He is a psychologist, and about 7-8 years ago, when like teenage Mel got super into psychology, for some reason I would like get really drunk and then order like psychology books online. I ordered one. There was one time it arrived and it was called Brainwashed, and I was like, I don't remember buying this.
Oh man!
But it was interesting. It was actually an interesting book.
That's
Drunk Mel made a good decision.
That's a good lesson. Don't go on Amazon when you're drunk, because you'll end up ordering stuff that you don't need.
I was studying psychology at the time, to be fair.
That's an excuse.
It's a good excuse.
It's permissible.
But even whenever I was drinking, I was, you know, challenging my thoughts, keeping active. Anyway, what this one is about, that was a bit sidetracked. This is a really interesting book. It's a lot more in depth. It goes a lot more into backing things up, sociology, all that kind of thing. We have the prison guard experiment in there, which you've probably heard about, which is where they had the guards, they put people as guards, put people as prisoners to see how people interacted with each other. But yeah, it does take a while to get through. The font in that one is huge and it's super short. The font in this one is like insanely small, so it does take time to get through. But I definitely recommend this one if you liked what we were just talking about.
And this is free will here. It's pretty good. The thing that I didn't like about this actual edition was that the pages are really rough and they're not like squared up. You know?
I think that was my copy though.
No, I think this is like a new like trendy thing that they've been doing with the books these days, you know. To get all down
the trend of rough edges.
Down with the hipsters, you know, they're like, oh, my book's so authentic. You know. But I don't like it. It kind of upsets me a little bit. It's not like perfect. It's all rough and
Matt is super organised, so if anything's like that, then trouble.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, to sum it up, definitely worth a read. Give your mind a little challenge.
Yeah, even if you don't accept it or believe what he's saying, it's still interesting, you know?
I believe what he was saying.
I did not.
Okay. So yeah, let us know in the comments, I guess, whose side you're on.
Yeah.
Do you agree with Sam Harris or Matt? So yeah, if you like this kind of thing, don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you next time for our next upload.
Yeah, see you then.
Bye.